Well, that just by the numbers, we've had some of our other sessions. Yes, check, clap, clap. We've had some other sessions that have let out. If you were here from a different session besides Shamaya's, can you please type in the chat which session you were coming here from? Just so we know what we're still waiting on. Okay, ECS, thank you. Okay, community building, well-being, I saw. Okay, a lot of stuff going on here. Well-being, ECS. So we're still waiting on perfect. So now you guys have gone to both breakout sessions. If you liked one of your breakout sessions, you thought it was very helpful to your group, can you put a 1 in the chat for me? Okay, good. So you guys at least got one. Did anybody find both breakout sessions they really liked? If you thought both breakout sessions were very good for your group, can you give me a 2? Somebody got the 2. Okay, awesome. All right, well, that makes me very happy to hear that you picked good sessions. Just so you know, like all of our presenters that are not at least in student activities, like they volunteer their time to be here today. And I do really value that it's helpful to you all because that makes it easy for us to go back and ask them to be part of it. So thank you all for sharing that. So we're waiting on treasurer workshop and we're waiting on, is it just the treasurer workshop actually? That might just be the last one. Building community, yes. All right. Well, while we're waiting, before we get into our wrap up, does anybody want to share something they learned from one of their breakout sessions in the chat? Can be anything. Something you didn't know before you came here today. Officers aren't wish granting fairies. That I like that. And most allow for fund reasons. Good call. Blackboard for reserving event spaces. All great things.
Chris, you have a hand raised. I don't know if you want to take
Oh,
any in.
Trey, go ahead. Sorry, Trey, I didn't see you. So I'm watching the chat.
No, you good, you good. I learned something from both the sessions I went to today because the Tiger Stripes, like I was slightly familiar with it because I'm the president for the Towson Audio Production Society, so we had to spend the entirety of last year just like figuring out how to get go to different meetings and learning about the different like packaging systems and what how those awards could help us. Um, and then even the last one, just like going creating like a playlist of sorts for like different skills that are very like valuable, like the relationship management one. Like that one, I want to translate from my role as an RA to the club, just because I feel like this year one of our priorities is just getting a bunch of new faces because a bunch of people who were here last year graduated. So just getting a bunch of people to kind of like carry the legacy and to meet them on a one-on-one basis and show how our society can provide value from them by building those relationships. And I want to connect what I learned being an RA to the club experience as well.
Heck yeah, that's wonderful, man. Glad to hear it. You got to hang out in our session all day. You didn't even leave this. You didn't even leave the space. Okay. I'm assuming, can somebody, if anybody's here from the treasurer workshop, I saw a number spike. Can you type if you're here, if you return from the second treasurer workshop? Here? Perfect. Awesome. Okay. So first off, I just want to say thank you all for your attention today. I know half day over Zoom can be a lot, can be a little bit overwhelming. We're going to do a quick wrap up here. I'm going to go over a couple things, last minute announcements, and then we'll end with just an evaluation. Margot, are you on the call? I just want to verify. There's not Margot here. Okay. We were supposed to have one final guest presenter. If she gets here, she gets here. If she doesn't, we're going on without her anyway. All right. So I'm going to go back to our presentation really quickly. There was two very quick, there's actually very small things at the very end of the top 10 that we didn't have a chance to get to because I wanted to make sure you got to your breakout sessions on time. But number 9, for things that you, and this is kind of works out well because it's something you should leave here remembering. So to make sure your organization is in good standing this semester, There's three things you really need to do this semester. One, you're doing right now. You're here at the summit. Congratulations. That gets checked off the list for you. The other two, one opened back in May, and this was the re-registration on Involved It TU. This is a very simple form submission that you need to submit to make sure that we have the updated contact information for your organization and your club. We've sent this out a number of times. I know I've sent it out over the summer, but you will get multiple reminders. This is due by October 1st. And then additionally, you have to have your advisor, not you, your advisor, complete your recommitment form showing that they're going to serve as your advisor for the upcoming year. So we will provide you that link. You don't have to worry about it right this second, but we will send that to you. But please don't wait to the very last minute. Some advisors are hard to get a hold of, but they need to be the ones that submit that form. Then number 10, very basic but important to remember, Involved It TU. This is our #1 resource for all student organization leaders. So a lot of the things I've talked about today, especially if you came to my Tiger Stripe session, I was saying it on every other slide. All the information is under Campus Links on Involved It TU. Go to Campus Links on Involved It TU. We have other resources on the student activities page in the document section. And there's also the Tiger Stripes Google document, which you can find off Involved It TU. So if you're looking for like, hey, I'm not sure how to get this specific form or complete this specific thing, check there as a general guideline as something that's a resource for your club. The last thing I want you to know about Involved It TU is whoever is the primary contact for your club, if you go to your page and it will show under the roster who your primary contact is, that is the individual that all the emails that me, Abby, and Imarachi are going to send to your club. So if that's you, awesome. If it's not you, make sure that it's the right person. Whoever re-registers your club for the fall semester, they will automatically become the primary contact for your club on Involved It TU. All right. There's some bonus slides here. I'm not going to go over this in detail, but it's something important to know that if your club is doing anything with children, and please note that a child is defined as anybody under the age of 18, so most high school students. If you're planning any events that involve children, you need to make sure that you're taking proper precautions. These couple slides here, I'm just flashing them for the recording. Go over some things to know about planning an event when you're going to have minors or children present. The biggest thing, and I put it on this last one intentionally, is if you're planning to host an event on campus with minors or children, that when you're planning the event, you mark it on your 25 Live reservation so that you can get proper assistance from your event manager, okay? These are general guidelines of things that you should know about doing events with minors, but generally speaking, make sure that it's noted if you're doing an on-campus event. If you're doing an off-campus event, you can either talk to our office or your advisor to make sure you're preparing like proper things, like don't go into bathrooms alone with kids, etc. But some tips are here in case you're planning those types of things. All right, so Margot from Art Services, this is your last call. If you are on the call, you can unmute yourself and I can introduce you. If not, I will have Margot, I'll send you some information out via email about this. She was going to come and talk about digital ads and some of the graphic design services that Art Services can provide to student groups free of charge. This is also how you can get your ads on the TV screens in the union. So she's not here. I will gladly make sure you get this information later. She was invited. She sent the slides. So anyways, that information to come. All right, so final updates and important information that you should know for the upcoming semester. We did the student org top 10. I'm gonna in 20, no, not 20 seconds. Let me give them 1 minute. I'm gonna do all 10 of these things that you need to know. Room reservations, you get 2 people that can reserve things. They need to do the Blackboard training first. Contracts need to be in 7 days prior to your event. There's a template online. Never sign the contract yourself. Posting policy, got to get your flyers stamped in the union. SJ Office 263, follow the appropriate building procedures for where you're going. Food waiver, anytime you're getting food for over $100 outside of campus, you need to make sure you have a food waiver. It's on Involved It TU. Travel waivers, anytime you're traveling off campus, you need to have a travel waiver for all the participants going. Travel waiver on Involved It TU. Hazing policy, don't haze. Hate bias reporting, if there's hate, if you've witnessed incidents or hate crimes or any sort of thing that happens to your organization, please report it. If you're unsure how to report, it's in the slides, but you can also reach out to our office and we can help you get to the proper reporting forms or talk to your advisor. To remain an active student organization, you need to be at the summit, re-register on Involved It TU, and you need to make sure that you have your advisor fill the advisor recommitment form. That's all due October 1st. And Involved It TU is your #1 resource for all things as a student organization. All right, new this semester. They aren't here because they haven't officially started their terms yet, but we have hired 2 new student organization ambassadors. We are extremely excited to introduce them. I'm going to hold the suspense and I'm going to let them introduce themselves. They will come out in likely one of the weekly emails that you'll be beginning to receive from SGA. But just letting you know, these individuals will be here to support you as student leaders and maybe coming to some of your different events and activities. So more information to come, but I wanted to leave a little bit of a spoiler. Like, we're very excited to have these students joining our team. If you came to the Tiger Stripes section, I talked about this, but for those that are long-term student leaders that didn't feel the need to have to come to my specific session, we have developed a new Tiger Stripes digital calendar. You can find the link to this calendar on Involved at TU under the campus link section. We have updated it, and there will be some additional things added to this, but you can see I took a screenshot here of different opportunities that go from literally August all the way through December. So if you want to try to plan out which Tiger Stripes events you want to go to this semester, this is a new resource. We're waiting on a couple things from some campus departments. You will eventually be able to click on the individual events, and it will take you to the Involved at TU pages so you can learn more about those specific activities. The important dates for this semester for Tiger Stripes, there's 2 of them. October 1st is our primary deadline for all the major requirements for remaining a group in good standing. The final deadline is the last day of classes, which is December 9th. And then this slide I'm not gonna go through every single thing on here, but all the important dates for the upcoming semester. So we will send this out so you can actually kind of, block yourself out for what these are. The one I did want to highlight though right now is specifically the involvement fair. That is happening on Wednesday, September 4th from 4 to 6. Last I checked with Abby, we had about 160 to 170 groups signed up. We have about 190 tables. So if your group is not registered for the involvement fair, we are very much expecting it to hit capacity. Please get your reservation in ASAP so that you can be at the involvement fair. The registration form is on Involved at TU. As soon as you log in on the main page, it's right at the top. Okay. All right. And then last thing I want to leave you with is just remember, like, we are all here to support you. Like, that is what today is all about, is helping you guys have a successful year. So this is the contact information for me, Abby, and Amarachi. You will get emails from us all the time. But if you need anything or you're not sure about something, and even if it's a quick question, we can get you to the proper resources. So don't hesitate to reach out beyond today if you need something. I see a question about from Carlton saying, has approval been issued for the involvement fair? Abby's working on it as they're being submitted. Most should have been at this point, but there might be some that have been received recently that haven't been. Also, if you go to Involved at TU and you click on your name at the top right, you can actually find your submissions and it will show if your actual form was approved. Okay, and then this is the last thing and is the most important thing. Please, please, please. This is the survey, Abby. So let me see if I have it saved. Yes, I do too. All right, that is the assessment link we are putting into the chat right now. Please, FYI, it closes at 6 o'clock. I'm going to strongly encourage you to do it right this second. Please tell us what you thought about today. We spent a lot of time preparing to bring you today. If there were things that you really liked, tell us about it. If there are things that you think could have been done better or you didn't like, also tell us that. Honest feedback really helps us. It won't hurt our feelings. The big thing for us is, like, we want to make sure these days are useful to you guys as student leaders. So, I'm hoping based on some of the general feedback we got, that seems like people got some good things out of today. But please give us some thorough feedback. Take a few minutes to fill out, especially some of the open responded questions, so that we can continue to do this in a way that's helpful for future student leaders. We really hope you guys have a great upcoming semester. And if you do need any help with anything, definitely reach out. I will give a short, it's not even a warning, but a notice. In the next week or two, me and Abby are going to be absolutely slammed with emails getting ready for both new groups starting, the involvement fair. So if we're a little bit slow in communication for the first week or so, please bear with us. But we will try to do our best. If you have anything that's pending in an email to me, I will not be offended if you follow up. Like, Chris, you didn't respond to this. We're getting to everything we can as quick as we can. Today was also a big day for us. We had a lot of people that emailed us in the last couple of days. So if you're waiting on a response, we'll get to you. Me and Abby will hang out here for at least another 20-ish minutes if people have follow-up questions that are very specific, but please complete your assessments. And after that, have a great semester, and we hope to see you at the involvement fair and our upcoming events. And I'm going to stop the recording as well.